we sing are great, and we find a way into making them important and meaningful. But this comes to us kind of with that halo of people really pay attention to this. Go ahead.
Only he who knows longing knows what I suffer. Alone and separated from all joy, I look to the firmament, towards the yonder direction. Ah, he who loves me and knows me is far away. I am reeling, on fire are my vitals.
And Schubert said there are changes in that poem, aren't there? And you do the ah fantastically. She knows what ah means. You all hear that and go, ah. And that hit in a place, that's fantastic. What happens after ah? Say that, say after ah.
He who loves me and knows me is far away.
Keep going.
I am reeling, on fire are my vitals.
Interesting. Excuse me. I believe you. I am reeling. I am on fire. On fire are my vitals. And Schubert really changes the music there. Did you all hear that? Now that you know the poem, you will hear that and understand what that is. Sing the first phrase for me, please. Do this for me. That is your breath in singing. Would you please hiss just like that while I sing the phrase, and then we're going to trade places, and I'm going to hiss, and you're going to sing the phrase. Still play, and I can play really high with all that pressure I put. But more air, that's a very, very fine-grained coordination going on. And if you just push at it, it just makes you have to hold on to it, and that's not great. It's all about evenness of flow. It's about that energy, and that's a good model for that. Do the next phrase. I'll sing it, and you hiss. You ready? And go. Lord, where these angels went, rise, it's always fun because I sing better when somebody's hissing. So I was like, ooh, that was fun. Trade places. might be, it's not a trick question. How loudly should you sing this? And how loudly should you sing this, and how loudly are you singing this?
Well, I don't think you should sing it very loudly, and I'm trying not to.
Good. That's good. If there is pianissimo, piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte, forte, and fortissimo, which one of those six do you think you are?
Probably that's okay.
Okay, I think it might be piano. I think now, can you all hear me? What I'm saying, I'm sorry to put my back to you, I apologize, but if you can hear me, that's okay. I actually think your dynamic choice is excellent. Don't sing louder, but sing with the intention that I can hear it in the back. So that is about intention and where your focus of your sound. Because I can talk very softly, and you can still hear me. Because I intend for you to hear me. Your body kind of knows how to do that. So singing softly and wrapped up like this sometimes won't get to the back of the hall. Singing exactly as you did will make it. Did that sound different to you all? How different did that feel to you? That was beautiful. That was, well, okay, it worked. I'm going home. Sing that again. That was great. Music, and one of them is a very short poem, and it's on singing softly. And singing softly is not singing softly for yourself, but it is as if you're laying a shawl on the lap of a little old lady in the back row. So there's something about your relationship back there that is happening and going on. That's kind of what you just did. It was still soft, and there was nothing forceful about it. That was quite beautiful.